welcome back to Washington, D.C., everybody. I'm Neil Cavuto, getting ready for the President of the United States in his first State of the Union address, an address that will not be attended by at least a dozen Democratic congressmen and women who, for various reasons, have better things to do. Nancy Pelosi, meanwhile, has urged that everybody behave tonight, those who are going to be there, and allow President Trump to be, I'm quoting here, his slobbering self. And I get to read on all of that with Steny Hoyer, the House Minority Whip. Mr. Minority Whip, very good to have you. Thank you for joining me.
Good to be with you, Neil. Thanks.
What did you make of her saying, allow the president to be his slobbering self? That doesn't sound nice.
Look, what we have urged our members to be is be polite, attentive, and not replicate some of the really bad things that were done when Obama was President of the United States and giving his State of the Union. We ought not to act that way, and I think you will find our members respectful.
So you're talking about Congressman Joe Wilson at the time who shouted out, "You lie" to the president. Don't do stuff like that.
Yeah,
but at least you could argue at least he attended the speech.
Well, you could argue that, but look, the President of the United States leads our country. We need to listen to him, whether we agree with him or not, and whether we support him or not. We ought to show him the respect that the office of the president is due.
All right, so for those 12 colleagues of yours who are not coming, is that showing respect, or are they entitled to do whatever they want?
They're entitled to do whatever they want. We never have, I think, either party have everybody present for one reason or another. But in any event, they're entitled to do what they want to do.
All right. The president is going to do a lot of crowing, as you know, Congressman, about the tax cuts, saying that they're working. Nancy Pelosi has called it chump change, crumbs. But to a lot of folks, a lot of people think $1,000 ain't exactly crumbs or chump change. What do you think of that?
Well, I don't think $1,000 is chump change, Neil. But when you compare it to what the upper 1% got, you're talking about $23 a week versus about $1,100 a week, which is ironic when Ryan, our Speaker, and the President, and very frankly, the Secretary Munchin said we're not going to give money to the upper 1% because they don't need it. The people who need it are the working people who are working hard, striving, and have tough time.
No doubt, but a lot of them are getting that, right? A lot of them are getting it from these companies heretofore with thought to only benefit their shareholders. They handed out bonuses and the like to almost 4 million Americans, likely more to come. Did you anticipate that? Because I talked to the White House, sir. They didn't even envision that.
No, I did not anticipate it, Neil. I think it's good for the workers. God bless them. But what's going to be good for the workers is over time how they're treated with respect to salaries and benefits and retirement, health benefits. So the initial bump was a pleasant surprise to many, and that's good. But the fact of the matter is the distribution of the tax cuts, first of all, which create a huge deficit. That's going to be very bad for the economy, in my opinion, in the long run, notwithstanding their claim, it's going to pay for itself, the economy.
Well, we've had deficits, right? We've had deficits. We had a lot of it under President Obama, maybe for perfectly sound reasons coming after recession, but both parties are guilty of deficits, right?
Well, you say both parties are guilty of deficits. Obama took over in the deepest recession we've had since the Depression, which means the deepest recession almost anybody alive in America has experienced. And the Republicans opposed the effort to get us out, the Recovery Act. All of them in the House voted against it. It worked. It worked better here than any place in the world.
But you're not blaming the added $10 trillion in debt exclusively on Republicans, right?
No, I'm not. But frankly, the economic policy the president is pursuing now with these deep tax cuts was the policies that were pursued in 01 and 03. And frankly, we were promised the best, longest term recovery ever, and that did not happen. As a matter of fact, we had the deepest recession. No, it wasn't totally the administration's policies, but frankly, the previous administration and the Clinton administration had one of the best economies anybody alive today has experienced. And the Republicans said his policies in '93 were going to bring the economy down and make it very hard for working people. It did exactly the opposite. So there's a substantial difference in performance, I think, between the Democratic administrations and the Republican administration.
But these these companies could surprise you. You're open to that more and more investing tens of billions of dollars. Apple, $350 billion in the next 10 years. That could surprise you, right?
Well, I think that would be good for the country if that happens. I hope it does.
All righty. Steny Hoyer, a pleasure. Thank you, sir, for taking the time.